Sweet. It's recording. Okay. Hey guys. So good to see you. Yay. I even took down the dead plant that was outside my window because I remembered how many times I'd seen all of you have things sticking up over the tops of your heads or like people's feet moving around in the background and all kinds of stuff. So I thought the least I could do was remove the dead plant hanging from the little, I don't know, thing sticking out of the wall. I think the only other thing you can see is my grill that should have been put away before the winter. And then the big giant snowflakes that are coming down. They're huge. They're so cool. So here's the intent of this. Short, sweet, to the point. Let's see if I can do it. Questions abound regarding the key terms and variables part of your SPED TWS alternate task. You have one document. I'm going to take you into Canvas to get to that document if you haven't done so yet. I'm going to think aloud and model how I would approach the task, and then send you this video and group me if you have not yet figured out how to approach the task. So I'm going to do that, see what happens. Once I receive those, then you get the next stuff. Okay. Hi again. Miss you. Okay, here, let's see if I can present now. I'm recording myself. No one's in the meeting, but I figured out that's how I'm supposed to do this. So I'm presenting now. Let's see what happens. So I'm just going to present a window, and the window I'm going to choose is the one that has Canvas open, right? Yep, that has Canvas open. So let's see what it's doing. There's the first interruption of the day. I'm not sure which person that is. That's just Noah, one of the extra kids in the house. So I'm also choosing to change my layout because apparently I can change my layout to sidebar, and I'm supposed to be able to see what I'm presenting as well as all of you imaginary people that are not actually there. So I can see that, and that's what it's recording. So I'm going to move to a different screen. So I'm going to, if you can see me in the midst of this, you might see weird stuff, but you can see my cursor. Okay, so here's what I did. I went into Canvas, obviously the SPED TWS course, which I think is actually labeled, let's just go back to the beginning of it. Yeah, for all my courses, I went to the SPED TWS. Ooh, there's a lag. That's annoying. Okay, SPED TWS. And when I get into that, mine goes to the front page that includes the assignments in the form of a syllabi list. So that's what we have. I'm clicking on the one and only doc that you have access to thus far. So I'm clicking on it, online learning, key terms and variables, and now I see the directions. So thinking aloud, here goes. Oh, look, it really has an enduring understanding up here. Effective instruction that leads to student learning can occur during challenging and extenuating circumstances. Be proud of that, Ashley Allison. I worked hard on that. I actually modified it on another document and forgot to change it here, but that's still pretty good. All right, so the first step that Epperly wants us to do is 1, make a copy of this document. Oh gosh, the lag. And there's a link to it. Okay, so I must open it. Will it let me do it? Woo-hoo. Okay, there's the document. Let's see, I probably need to minimize it one step, Control minus, because not everybody can see it. Oh, look, someone's in it right now. How much fun is that? Might be Ashley. Oh, come on, little thing. Okay, well, that's unpleasant. I'm going to go one more space down. Share it. No, why is it not showing the whole thing? Oh, if I expand it on my screen up here, bonus points for me. Things you learn in the first video you record. Okay, so if I were to go back to Canvas again, I clicked on make a copy of this document, and it tells me saving it as the original title with your last name added at the end. Share it with me. Okay, so this document I should have made a copy of, so I would have gone to File and watched it do nothing. I wonder if it'll do it up there. Huh, fancy that. I was in the wrong part. So File, make a copy, and then I would keep the same title and just add a last name to it. Sweet. So now, step 2 within the document. Oh, look, if I go back to the instructions that are in Canvas, they're almost identical to the instructions within the document. Oh, it looks like she copied and pasted most of them because 1 through 5 in here are the same as 1 through 5 on the document itself. So I think I'm going to work from the document itself that I'm in, not here, because if I'm in here, I'd have to flip back and forth between the document and the Canvas link. So I'm in the document. I'm going to go to step 2. So I've made a copy. I've saved it with my last name at the end. And now I've shared it with Epperly. Share. Done. 2, complete the, quote, one short week ago column. One short week ago column. Where's that? Let's see if I could get in the right document when I do it. Aha! I see it. There it is. One short week ago column. So complete that first, and that column says, what do you know about and what did this look like in a traditional face-to-face instructional setting? What were the second directions saying? Complete the one short week ago column using what you already know from your undergraduate program and the articles provided to you within the Canvas module online learning. Holy cow. Now she has us going back to a Canvas module. Where's that? Back to Canvas. I'm going to modules because she said to go back there. Oh, look, she forgot to publish that because she didn't think it was important anymore, but she'll publish it anyway. So there are articles. Oh, look, and there's the document again. Okay, there are the articles, 1, 2, 3, 4, because this is a webinar. I just changed my mind. I'm taking that away because that will be confusing. So there are 4 articles. Now I already forget what I said in the directions. This is a complete the one short week ago column. What do you know about and what did this look like in a traditional face-to-face setting? Using what you already know from your undergrad program and the articles provided to you within the Canvas module online learning. Okay, so what's the first thing? It says online learning. Well, what the heck does she mean if this is about online learning and then now it's online learning? Well, okay. Online learning, what did I know about and what did this look like in a traditional face-to-face instructional setting? Gosh, what did I know about online learning? I thought it was something that students did when they got in trouble or students that wanted to go to virtual school. So I'm going to type that. I guess I'm going to type that there. Thought, oh my gosh. That was weird. Thought it was something students did when they were in trouble or, let's see, chose to homeschool using a virtual academy of some sort. What else did I think? Gosh, online learning, I thought it was like separate programs teachers could use in class to supplement or replace like homework or textbooks. No, I didn't think it was textbooks. Replace homework or I guess supplement or replace homework. I'm going to stick with that for now because that's what I knew about it. It required the internet. Duh. On online learning, I guess I thought of it as, gosh, online learning. It was like, I think people thought of it as something to give the teacher a break and still provide assessment data because I would have assumed if they were doing something online, it was tracking their data. Okay, so I'm going to go back up here because what was the next step? It said complete that whole column using what I already know from the undergrad program and the articles provided to me within the Canvas module online learning. So the topic I now know is online learning for that row. I'm going back to Canvas. They all say online. What do I start with? Well, how do I normally approach this? I probably want to, I'm going to click on the first one and just see what happens. Evaluation of evidence-based practices in online learning. Ooh, maybe it's got like a definition at the beginning of the document, like what is online learning? Introduction, conceptual framework for online learning. Whew, good, it's still there. It says number 3, page 3. Go down to page 3. My goodness, abstract. Ooh, maybe it's in the abstract. A systematic search of the recent literature identified more than 1,000 empirical studies of online learning. We screened those studies to find that the ones that weren't face-to-face measured student learning outcomes. I'm still scrolling for students in online learning conditions. Oh my gosh, this is a lot of research-based language. I'm still going to page 3 for a minute to see if it put it into, executive summaries, always good. Executive summaries are the quick way to get the gist in real people talk versus the abstract, the gist of the article. Online learning for students and for teachers, I didn't include that. It's one of the fastest growing trends in educational uses of technology. National Center for Ed Statistics estimated, gosh, this was way back. Online courses, online learning overlaps with the broader category of distance learning, which encompasses earlier technology such as correspondence courses. We used to mail things back and forth. Educational television and video conferencing, which is like old school FaceTime. Earlier studies. Okay, well, so online learning was like, they're saying now, online learning applications, web resources, multimedia applications, collaboration technologies. Okay, well, I'm going to go back to my document because I think I have the gist. I'm going to scroll down to where I was typing, and I'm going to say, let's see, what did I learn from that? Basically, is that it's different than old school distance learning and video conferencing. Let's go with that for now. Okay, step 3, reshare your document with me for review prior to moving on to the paradigm shift column. Okay, so I have to do all of these using that same pattern. All of these, good grief. Oh, she's got 50, what's wrong with her? Okay, 50, and then when I have that done, I reshare it. So let's pretend I'm resharing it. I just reshared it. It says, once Everly approves your column for the middle column, approves your content for the middle column, I'll reshare the document with you. Okay, so she'll reshare it with me to say I have permission to complete the third column. So the third column is number 4. Complete the paradigm shift column, interruption number 2, using what you already know from your undergrad program and the articles provided to you. Online learning. Oh, so I go back and do the same thing for the article. So now I'm over here, got everything done in this column. Now I'm ready to go to this one. What do I know about and what does this look like in an online instructional setting? Okay, well, now that I've gone through those blessed articles, skimmed and scanned them, now what do I know about online learning? Let's see, what do I know about and what does this look like in an online instructional setting? Online learning requires all types of tech. It can happen all at the same time with students or at different times, which I already know is in the other column when it talks about synchronous and asynchronous learning. So I already know something I didn't know before. So I'll just barely give a little bit of that. And then I guess maybe the other thing I should say is online learning. What else do I know? What do I know about and what does it look like now? Is being used often for periodic, can't spell, periodic e-learning days, and when schools close forever in the middle of a semester, right when I'm supposed to be student teaching and graduating from college. Yep, that was for all of you that I know are miserable. Okay, so now I've completed the paradigm shift column. Once I've completed that, I reshare it again. Oh, and then she'll give me my final instructions for the alternate version of the SPED TWS. Okay, so she's not going to tell me anything else until I turn this in. Golden. I'm going to go back to my alter ego, not presenting. And look, I'm here again. And no, short and sweet wasn't an option, but I'm going to stop this now. And if you have questions, throw them out on GroupMe. And then as I start seeing people submit or resharing and sharing and all the things, and we get things back and forth, then I'll make another video to let y'all get started with your task instructions. Did I mention how much I miss all of you? Okay, sadness. Bye.